all, I'm Jennifer Ziliotto. Since we're in the middle of winter, we're in the middle of a lockdown. Most of us have not got very much going on, and I feel like we're all talking about either what we're watching, what we're eating, or what we're reading. So I thought today would be fun for me to talk about my top 5 books about food. All right, the first book is by Marco Pierre White, The Devil in the Kitchen. This is a memoir about Marco Pierre White, obviously. He was the first chef to get, the first and the youngest chef to get 3 Michelin stars out of England. His restaurants were set in London, were always in London. He trained Gordon Ramsay, he trained Mario Batali. Really interesting life and a total bad boy. He was also good friends with Anthony Bourdain, so if you read Kitchen Confidential and liked that, then you'll definitely like this book. Next is a novel by a French writer called Muriel Barbery, Gourmet Rhapsody. Now, she wrote a book called The Elegance of a Hedgehog, which was quite critically acclaimed, really beautiful book. And this is an offshoot of that book, with one of the characters from that book being the star of this one. He was sort of like this nasty food critic, and this book is all about him and some of his earliest memories of food. Beautifully written and really fun. Next is a book called Delicious. This is also a novel by the chef and editor-in-chief of Gourmet magazine, Ruth Reichl. It's set in New York City. It's really sort of quite telling of the whole food culture of New York. You basically are immersed in food when you read this book, and it's also got a little bit of a fun plot twist that you're not totally expecting. Really, really fun book. I really enjoyed this and highly recommend. Next is a book that I was surprised how much I liked it, but I absolutely loved it, called Service Included by Phoebe Damrosch. Now, she calls herself a sort of professional waitress. She worked in a high-end restaurant in New York City, and this is all about her experience there. For years, I worked as a waitress, so I found this book really relatable, whether you've worked as a waitress or in the service industry, or not at all, and are just curious about sort of the life of a waitress. This is a really, really fun book and very telling of sort of New York society. Next is probably one of my favorite books about food. I absolutely loved this book. It's called Blood, Bones, and Butter by Gabrielle Hamilton. Now, she is the chef and restaurant owner of the restaurant Prune in New York City. And she really sort of had an unexpected start to getting into the culinary world. Not, I don't think, what she imagined, but really excelled in it. And that's what I loved about this book so much. Beautifully written, really interesting life, a really, really great read. And then lastly, I do have an honorable mention, which is the book that I'm reading right now, and I am loving it. It's called Dirt by Bill Bufford. And I'm just going to read you this. Adventures in Lyon as a chef in training, father and sleuth, looking for the secret of French cooking. Now, he was a writer at New Yorker magazine, and he picks up his family and moves to France to do just like he said, to figure out the secrets of French cooking. It's beautifully written, very funny. What I like about him is that he's very well researched, so there's a history behind everything that you learn, which of course I love. So I'm really enjoying this book so far. There you go, my top 5 books about food. Hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please leave a comment down below letting me know what your favorite book about food is. And of course, for more style ideas and more inspiration, or just simply to see what I'm doing, you can continue to follow me on Facebook and on Instagram.